Hey guys, Mike here. I wanted to share with you my best soccer card, sports card strategy, advice, we might call it. And that is to be focused. And this is how I do it. This might be applicable to you. I don't know if this is proven correct or the absolute best way to do it. I just know over the history where I've lost money on cards and where I've made money on cards. And there's a pretty definitive line on bad buys I've made and why I made those bad buys. I'm going to dive into that, real quick. And again, this might be one of my last videos on the channel. I wanted to at least share with you what I've found to be the most helpful when it comes to sports cards or soccer cards in general. Right? I can look back and I can say every card that I bought, right, kind of was outside of the scope. It was that I had a bad deal on. We're almost always spur of the moment impulse buys. Now I always say, I always like to read what the best investors and stock market people do. And of course, there's the famous story about Bill Gates meeting Warren Buffett. They didn't want to meet. They were doing some interview together. Bill Gates thought he had nothing in common with Warren Buffett. And then the first question I think the presenter gave was, can you write down one word that made you successful, or why are you successful in one word? And both Warren Buffett and Bill Gates wrote focus, unbeknownst to each other, and they became good friends, whatever. But that is a pretty famous story in the business world, and it is absolutely true, right? When I was working in Silicon Valley, we would really try to get rid of everything except a few things, right? And get down to the essential. When it comes to soccer cards, this is what I do. Every 6 months, I look at the landscape and I make a list of five cards or products that I want to be in on or in the market, invested in or follow and buy, right? And I try to be the absolute authority, subject matter knowledge expert, right? On those cards. We'll take the Mosol. Everyone knows I like this card. This is no secret. Again, this is not investing advice. This is just what I've felt. This is my own personal story sharing with you where I've made mistakes and where I haven't made mistakes. And it comes around focus. 2014 Mosol, that's the card I'm looking at right now. It's one of my cards, one of my 5 cards, right? Very rarely comes up. Maybe I'll have an opportunity to buy one. Maybe I won't this year. But if that card comes up, I know the pop report of that card. I know how hard that card is to grade. I know actually where a few of the cards are. I think there's like 15 or 16 that have been graded. I know a lot of details about that card. If I happen to walk into a card show and it's there, I know, I can negotiate on that card, right? If it pops up on eBay, I know what price I can offer, right? If it's a raw one versus a graded one, I have all these details about that card. I would feel that I have a much better chance than just a random person, right, on that card. So that is one of my 5 cards, and I'm focused on that. Again, I might not buy it this year, who knows, but if it comes up, maybe I'll buy 3 or 4, it just depends on the opportunity. But I have set in my mind what it's worth, what I'd pay for it, etc. Of course, it changes each day with the way he's playing, but I'm really on that card. I'm following the pop reports. People know I like treble. I know the Vinicius Jr. rookie card in treble. I know I've been tracking that card for almost 30 months now. I know the pop report every month, and I know it's slowed down tremendously, right? So I have a pretty good feel the pop of that card, what the potential of that card is, etc., comparing to what his other cards are doing. So I have a very, very high level of knowledge of that card where I can make informed decisions, buy it at the right price, not overpay for it. Reverse, when I buy these cards, like the Ryan Churchy gold card, he might turn out to be a good guy, a good player, but owning these one-off cards or buying these one-off cards, I have a lot of cards that are $100 cards that I've bought, probably $50 to $200 cards that I have, and that's where I lose the money on because I don't. There's no strategy to them. They're just low pop cards. Just a little bit of strategy. I guess they were low pop rookie cards in most cases, and I chased them, and I don't know why. I needed to stay more focused. So anyway, try to have a diversified focus. It could be a subset, right? It could be like a certain type of tie-dyes, or you could be chasing kabooms, or you could be chasing national landmarks or color blast or something. You get red refractors, I don't know what it is, gold refractors, whatever it may be. Try to be the leading expert on that subject. Keep it simple, diversify, maybe a prospect, maybe like Daya, who's hot right now, who I've liked, maybe like, who knows, right? But maybe Jude Bellingham is one of your guys, maybe Salah's another one of your guys. keep it in different leagues, right? Maybe there's somebody in Italy you like or whatnot, and keep it across some different product lines. That way you stay diversified, whether that player goes to Saudi Arabia or gets hurt nowadays, who knows? That happens a lot. At least you have some diversification and a nice little core to follow. So that's been my strategy. It's been focus. Every 6 months, I focus on 5 cards or 5 subsets or mix, and I just try to play in that realm and leave everything else to the side as noise. Sure, I'll miss a lot of opportunity, but I feel for a guy who only has a very limited time window. That's why I'm not doing the videos anymore. A very limited time window to play in soccer cards, enjoy soccer cards, or maybe pick up eBay when the kids go to bed. My focus is very narrow. So that's my strategy. I think it might work for you. Again, it's not financial advice or investing advice, but please consider it. Where I've got lost is when I lose focus. Where I've done well is where I've been on focus. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon. See you again.